Hello everyone and welcome back to the 8th part of Excel for Beginners. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. If you are a new viewer, I'll first appreciate if you can go and click the subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you can get the notifications for all my future videos. So in this video, we will discuss about the basic formulas followed by how to use a formula and the formula bar or the ribbon bar. So let's get started. Formula will generally start with an equal to sign and then it will reference to the cells where you want to work or where you want to get the values from, along with some sort of function or a symbol which will denominate what you want to do. For example, a very simple formula will be is equal to x minus y. So here x can be one cell, y can be some other cell. Maybe it could have been A2 minus B2. So in this scenario, it would have subtracted B2 over here from A2. So you have several options to use the formulas. First is I want to subtract 6, which is in A2, from 10, which is in A1. So I can simply say is equal to and then take my cursor on 10 minus 6 and enter. So this is one way you get the answer 4. The second way is if I use my mouse, I say equal to, I go to 10, click, minus, go to 6, click and enter. And the third way is easiest, I would say. If you know your cell number, it would be is equal to A1 minus A2 and enter. So all three are good. I normally prefer that you should be using keyboard shortcuts and not the mouse. I have already made a couple of videos or a particular series on keyboard shortcuts. I'll provide the link on the eye above and in the description. So how to use a formula? Let me go back to my previous sheet from previous videos and show you here. For example, if I were to use a basic formula like totaling or to sum, let me say from April to September are the months and I write here total. One of the simple ways, had it been just some data points, would have been is equal to, take my mouse, click here, plus this and so on. So as you can see, the total is 750. Though it is not the best way, because just imagine if there would have been 100 or 1000 data points, what you would have done in that scenario. Anyways, this is one of the most basic thing when you start using Excel. This is how a person would normally proceed, but let me tell you some other ways of doing it. So if I were to do the same thing, what I can do is I can use the formula sum. The formula will be is equal to sum. You open the bracket, whatever you want in between, like cell 1, comma, cell 2 and so on. So I use this formula over here. What I will do is I will say is equal to sum and I open the bracket. Again here one of the options is you go to one cell, comma, second cell, comma, third cell, fourth cell, fifth cell, sixth cell, enter. It gives you 750. This particular way will be useful when you don't have the data arranged and probably you want data from different sheets or maybe different rows and columns. So this is the way you can do it. The other way, since in our case the data is very much organized and right after one another, so I can say is equal to sum of, rather than choosing the cell, I can choose the range. I will just go to the left using the arrow. I will press the shift key, control with it, go till here and move right one, close the bracket, enter. So you see the answer again is 750. The third option of this will be if I want to select the range with the mouse. So I can write sum, open the bracket. I can take my mouse here on the September month cell value 150, click, keep the mouse clicked, go till April, close the brackets, enter. So again you see it's giving me the same thing. So the last way of doing it, probably since it's a series and it's going to be much easier, you say equal to sum, open your bracket and you can see the range is basically from B2 till G2. So I'll say B2 colon G2 and enter. So this particular thing you should use only if you know the cell referencing or you know the cell positioning, otherwise it will not work. So moving on, I have showed you how to use this in a couple of ways, and if you need to see what is in your formula, you can always go back to the formula. For example, if I take my mouse, I go here, I double click, I can see what I'm referencing to. The other option is I go to the cell, I click F2, gives me the same thing. The third way is I click on the cell where my formula is and I look in the formula bar. Here it shows me the same thing. Well, these are some of the ways. Let me tell you one of the easiest way and a keyboard shortcut to do this in case your data is organized or it's a particular range which you want to do. In this scenario, since I want to calculate the total or the summation of B2 until G2, I'll go to the cell H2, I'll click Alt and equal to sign, it does the same thing, and enter. So cost of goods sold, I can simply just drag it down, so it's giving me the same thing. If I go here and click F2, I can see it's giving me the sum of the cost of goods sold and sum of profit. So these are some of the things which I think will be really helpful and you should know. I will show you one more way which you can use to get not only the sum formula but any kind of formula. Let me delete this from here. Is if you want to do total of sales for these 6 months in cell H2, you can go to the cell H2 whether you use your mouse or your keyboard. I personally always recommend keyboard, but in the beginning you can use mouse because it's going to be a little easy. It's going to take time, but it's going to be a little easy. So after coming to the cell H2, I can go on the top here on the formula bar. You'll see a small key here which says FX. This is insert function. If I click on insert function, it gives me an option of selecting all the formulas or the functions available, and also it says type a brief description of what you want to do and then click go. So if you are unsure of what formula or function you should be using, you can type it here and then you can click go, and Excel will intuitively, or because of the help section of the Excel, it will show you all the functions which it thinks will suit your need. For example, if I want to take out the average, I just write average and I click go. It shows me all the functions related to average, and if I click on any of these functions, it will tell me further. So let me say sum here, click on go. The first option it is showing me is sum. I double click on sum. Now it's giving me the option of filling the function arguments. So here it says number 1, number 2 and so on. So I can click on this arrow, go and click on number 1. Let me come back here on the arrow, number 2, come back here and so on. I don't want to do this. It's very tiresome, very cumbersome in sum, but if it's an advanced formula, this way might help you out. So this is one of the ways where you can again use not only sum but many more formulas. Very similar to sum is the formula for average is equal to AVE average. Open your bracket, select whatever you want, enter, and this is your average. I can always bring it down. This is the easier way. You can do it with the keyboard, with the mouse. Other option of doing it is, since you already have the sum, so you can divide the sum by the number of items. In this case, I know it's 6 months, divide by 6, it will give you the same thing. I personally like to use average, close brackets, enter, Control D to bring it down, and that's easy. Next is an important topic, so please pay attention. The topic I want to discuss is how to copy the formulas. Now you have learned how to make the formulas. A very important thing is how you can copy them. So we will need to understand, before we get into the detail of copy formula, what is cell referencing. In simple words, Excel links the gap or the difference of cells from the cells where the formula is inserted, which means in this sheet, if I were to show you, A3 is the cell where I have put the formula A1 plus A2. So if I copy and paste the formula from A3 to B3, it will perform the same thing. What Excel has understood in this scenario is that I have moved one row to the right. So now A3 becomes B3, and in the formula, since we had mentioned A1 and A2, so it has become B1 and B2. As you can see, now it is B1 plus B2. But what will happen if I copy this formula? Let me put some values here in column C, and now copy this formula and paste it in C5. Well, you might have guessed it. If yes, then leave in the comment below that you already knew this, and if not, please leave a comment that I have taught you something new. So now what has happened is, when we move from A3 to C5, what Excel understood was that I have moved right 2 columns, that is from column A to column C, and I have moved down 2 rows, that is from row 3 to row 5. So now in C5, when we pasted the formula, Excel automatically referenced it that earlier when we were in A3, the formula said A1 plus A2, so it meant these 2 cells above the cell A3. So in C5, if I show you, it says C3 and C4, because in the formula when it said A1 plus A2, A1 and A2 also understood the same thing, that we have to move 2 columns to the right and 2 rows to the bottom. So hence this is the referencing. This is very, very important. Please understand this. If required, go back, watch it again. If you still are not able to understand this, leave a comment below. I will try to maybe make a more simplified video just for this part, or you can always email me. My email ID is in the description box below. So from here, let me move on. So now, one more thing I like to share in this video itself is that whatever we did, if you have a data something like this, or which is already arranged in a tabular format, you can also use one of the features of Excel, which is auto feature. In auto, the auto sum, you have an option of auto sum, auto average, auto count, and so on. So what you need to do is, first I will show you visually using the mouse so that you can understand what exactly am I trying to say, and then I will tell you the keyboard shortcut for this. So I will select from cell B7 until the cell H7. I will go up on the home bar. On the right side, under editing, you see auto sum. If I click the small arrow facing down, it says sum, average, count, numbers, maximum, minimum, so on. If I click on the sum, it will do the same thing which we did earlier. Similarly, if I select these two, now the good thing about using auto sum is, if there are multiple rows and columns, I can simply select this here and click on the auto sum. It will do the same. If I click it the other way around, instead of summing the rows, I want to sum the columns, I can select the data in such a way where all the columns are selected and one extra row is selected where the sum or the total will be shown. I'll select this, I click on auto sum. Now I have the sum for the month wise, profit, cost of goods sold, and sales as well. Similarly, I want auto average. Let me select this, one more cell, sum, and I click on average. So here I got the average, and I can simply just drag and copy the formula and now cut and paste if required. For sum, the keyboard shortcut which I showed you earlier, Alt and equal to and enter. One of the things which you need to know while using Alt equal to is that whenever you are using Alt equal to, it will do the summation for the part where it is able to find the continuous data and there is no break. If there is a break, it auto sum will not work beyond that break. Well guys, I hope all the things that I have told you were helpful for you. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please go down, click the red subscribe button, also the bell icon, so that you get the notification for all my new videos. Leave a comment if you have any query or you have any suggestion for me to cover. And guys, once again, thanks a lot. Take care. Bye bye.